Sha Tin racing this Saturday, the first of 3 in the new territories, with our New Year's Day meeting on Thursday as well at Sha Tin, for backing up once more again the following Sunday. The Pierce Memorial Cup is our feature race coming up this weekend. Very warm welcome to Racing to Win. I'm Andrew Lejeune, joining the studio by Paul Lally. Welcome back, Paul. Our former analyst and race caller, Brett Davis, as well. Brett, and stack of first starters come up. Some good-looking ones as well. Yeah,
there's a couple that will certainly create some interest, Andrew, no doubt about that. I think one or two of them might even be vying for favouritism or around that mark anyway. So, yeah, some interesting debutantes. The feature race is good, and 3 races on the all-weather as well. Yep,
looking forward to that. Paul, fresh up from a spell as well. Welcome back, Paul. Nice little jackpot in the TT.
Yeah, 900,000, so a really good jackpot in that TT. As we mentioned, a lot of good first starters, so it'll be interesting to see the market. Keep an eye on the market for a lot of those, especially the late moves as well, because sometimes there's a bit of late money. But
yeah, you've squeezed me back into the piggy in the middle situation. Exactly. But I'm all right with that, because the year of the pig, of course, coming up shortly.
It is Chinese New Year, and yeah, it's good.
We had a big meeting at Happy Valley. Of course, it was Douglas White's final night there, and it's a big week coming up with his last 3 meetings in the saddle.
Yeah, absolutely. I think there'll be a few extra nickels and dimes placed on Douglas, win place, for that very reason, the fact that he is getting towards the end of his career, and he's got some nice books, or some nice rides, and I think he'll have a couple of nice books for the next few meetings. All
right, OK, 10 races to get through then for Saturday's programme. We've got 3 on the all-weather, as Brett said, the other 7 on the turf. The horses that won't be going round. Winning Ways in race number 7, replaced by Better Choice. Matthew Poon will ride there. And one of the all-weather races, Turf Sprint, now gets a start at the expense of Superman. So race 8, number 3, Turf Sprint, Eddie Lai in the saddle. Meeting number 43 of the season. We're on the C course as well. A couple of races down the straights. We kick things off with a 1,000-metre Class 5, headed by Black Tech with the blinkers on for the first time. He drops into Class 5 for the first time from the 1650 on the all-weather down to the straight 1,000. Winning Circle Class 5 first time as well. Best runner, quick backup from Wednesday night. Happy Sound, blinkers off. 2-time course and distance winner. And Room and Air all takes the drop-in trip from 1,400 metres down to the straight 1,000. The aforementioned Douglas White in the saddle. For Richard Gibson, Winning Circle, Best Runner and Happy Sound have all been up at Chung Fa and back within the last month. How are we looking for the opener, Brad?
Well, it's Class 5, Andrew, and it's over 1,000, so the pace should be good, potentially good to fast. It all comes down to whether Happy Sound wants to step away and be involved. We know he can be temperamental. Best Runner, of course, is backing up from Wednesday night, so that'll be interesting for him. He did show some pace there Wednesday night too.
His massive move, he looks well rated coming to this race, doesn't look like a strong race, just taking it nice and easy. But I showed it because I thought he was pretty keen. He looks like he wants to get on with it, and he looks in fine fettle for an older horse now. He's an 8-year-old. Whistle Up moves fluently. He's come up reasonably short too, Whistle Up. Moves nice enough here as he comes down, and he's by no excuse needed. Goes nice enough here this morning. Is Whistle Up, and the other one, Paddington, yet to win, but he's run a couple of not bad races, especially down the straight 1,000, and he will have the services of Joe Moreira, so another one that'll be right in the market.
Yeah, we'll have a look at him in a second. Should have mentioned as well, we Whistle Up, he's first up since September. He finished 3rd in his first run, but been off the track since. Let's start off with District Express and Room and Air. This is over the 1,400 metres, of course.
Well, this race over the 1,400 should toughen Room and Air up a little bit. He is a horse that's had a lot of soundness issues throughout his career. He's most of the time been about speed and lack of sustenance when trying to find the line. So the fact that he's had a run at 1,400 for Douglas White, drawn 2, I think he was probably the leader, and I think, you know, he'll stick on a little bit better with this run underneath his belt. I thought District Express actually ran quite well, his first run in the class, so he'll go in for me.
Yeah, I found a spot for District Express. I mean, Room and Air, when he first started, he looked really good, you know. He trialled well and looked like he was going to go... It was in Class 4, but now he's on a rating of 23.
All right, we can see Room and Air here. And again, in actual fact, that was 1,400 metres. This is 1,200 metres. Massive move, Happy Sound and Marshall further back.
I'm going to side with Massive Move just because he's well rated at the moment, 8-year-old, and he's a 2-time winner over this course and distance as well. Didn't think this was a bad run for him. He hit the line strongly enough here on the all-weather. Look, Happy Sound's unreliable, isn't he? When he wants to run, but it's like a 1980s lawnmower, isn't he? When he wants to run, he'll run. But and he's got the ability.
He did win earlier on in the season, and if he could reproduce that type of run, he'd be probably winning this. But yeah, very unreliable. I'm a bit like Paul. I think Massive Move. Start 50 for him. He's worth throwing into the tips.
All right. What about Paddington? So still yet to win. Looked like he had an opportunity here, but then run down by Manful Star.
Well, the question is, how much can you bear of Paddington, really? I mean, 21 starts, still a maiden. 2 starts ago, he put in this performance behind Manful Star, as you just highlighted, Andrew. Got to the outside rail. It was a decent run. Then he went to the Valley. He was ordinary, I thought, behind Show Mission. I've got him in the tips, but Joe Moreira aboard will give you a little bit more confidence, but it is Class 5. They can mix their form too much for me.
I'm same as you, Brett. I've got him in as well, but you have to take a bit of unders, I think, with Joe Moreira.
Yeah, if you get 6 to 1, then that's probably worth a little tinkle.
Well, it's looking at that sort of market at this stage.
Yeah, yeah.
Ruminaire 4.4, Paul.
Yeah, I didn't put him in Ruminaire. I stuck with the proven horse here. I know he's getting on in age, though, which is a massive move, the 5. He's on top to beat the 3, which is District Express. Likely to get back, but I think he'll be running on late, and this looks like his grade. The 9, Paddington, again, going OK recently. And then for 4th, Happy Sound. As I say, he's unreliable, but he's definitely got the ability, and he's done well. So 5-3-9-7.
All right, 5-3-9-7 for Paul. I'm going to go with the 3 on top, District Express. I thought the first run behind Diamond Legend in this grade was decent. 1,000 metres, probably be just sitting off the speed, but he can close over the top. Massive move for the reasons Paul mentioned. Paddington, his best run of his last few was down this course and distance. Joe Moreira's got a good record with the Class 5, so he's in for that reason. And Ruminaire, I think, even from the 2, he can probably lead these. Toughened up with a longer race most recently. That might hold him in good stead. I'm happy to take those 4, spend a little bit more and try and get the result. 3-5-9-10.
Very similar for me. I went District Express on top. I've thrown in Best Runner as well, because he does have some cheap speed, and maybe if he gets out and gets running, he might be able to hold on for a minor spot.